I would like to present Sharcc, which is a shared account platform slash protocol slash application. It is not explicitly an abstract application, rather it is an actual application that you may install on your phone. And so the idea behind Sharcc is that you are able to create shared accounts with your friends or with other event organizers or with organizations like Boy Scouts. Just you are able to share an account with another person. And so like one of the first use cases you may think of is kind of like when you go out for a meal with someone else, you essentially you can split the bill if one person pays, and like if you had some money in a shared account, that would be a bit easier as each of you could use the money in that account. And so the dilemma that we have with shared accounts right now is one with shared household expenses. When you're living with roommates, it's very cumbersome and inefficient to split expenses with your roommates, because there's one person who's paying for the electricity bill, there's one person paying for water and power, someone else is paying for rent, and then everyone gets groceries every now and then. And so right now this can require a bunch of apps like Splitwise, Venmo, Cash App, Revolut, whatever, and you have to constantly, constantly keep this updated, right? I have to, when I make a transaction, I have to go take that receipt and add it into the app, and it's annoying. And when I pay for bills, there's no way to connect this horrible Web2 bill paying platform for my electricity to this app, and so I have to add that manually as well. Another use case would be splitting one-time events. If you're splitting bills at a restaurant, or if you're buying tickets for an event, or maybe you're just buying beers with your friends. There's also longer-term expenses. So Robin and I have been traveling together for a while now, and we went to Turkey for a month, and throughout that entire month, we had a bunch of shared expenses, but we kind of just slapped them on Splitwise, but sometimes we forgot, or it was really annoying. So it'd be easier to be able to have a shared pool of money so that we'd be able to pay from that. And then additionally, it's impossible for international people to have a shared account because there's no way to connect their disparate financial systems. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. Skip the last one. So the solution that we've come up with is a shared accounts, which allows you to create abstract accounts between friends, groups, and companies. So you can use this for all of the use cases that we just talked about before. And then the real bonus here is that you will be able to create debit cards for your role in that account. So if you're in an organization, let's say you're in Boy Scouts, the scout leaders should all be able to pay from the shared Boy Scout account for events, and their burner debit cards linked to that account will off-ramp the crypto instantly, and it'll be associated as a transaction with their account and their role in the shared account. And additionally, the cool part comes from allowing for programmable money, where you can install extensions to your groups from the App Store, which would be, of course, abstract applications. So let's say you're Boy Scouts and you sell popcorn. You can actually create a marketplace for your troop to sell the different types of popcorn to different people, and that would be just an abstract module that you install in the account. Everything would be accounted for, and all the money would be pooled into the same account. Or if you're doing camping events, you can pool money for that, or have people stake to RSVP for the events, so on and so forth. So how does it work? Well, every single user has an abstract account. So me and Robin and Sal and Antonio, we all have abstract accounts. And then we come together and we create a group, which is actually a DAO of all of our abstract accounts, and that group will own an abstract account. And then this group account can install modules to extend their functionality. So I've got some examples on the side. A lot of them actually have to do with social things, so like the staking, the schedule, event RSVPs, subscriptions, marketplace, and profiles that you can extend the functionality of your group. So, and the main reason I think that this is actually really valuable is that it allows for a more circular economy, and it allows for a reputation to be built across different parties and different people in the system. So what I mean by this is when you create a group account, or like when you have a Splitwise account, if I don't know if anyone knows Splitwise, but you can just add expenses, and it's essentially a system of credit and debt, where you just transfer this credit between people, or you transfer the debt between people. But when we have this be abstract accounts, when the debt is represented in abstract accounts, when you have a group of people, you're actually establishing a line of trust between those groups of people. And so by all of us having a shared account, we each have a line of credit to that account. And so, but if each of us owes, or if any one of us owes money to someone else that's outside of our group, we can actually like take a credit from that shared account and give it to that other user if there's a line of trust between us and the other user. So Sal over here can go trust Kyansky, and if Sal owes Kyansky money, he can actually credit it from the group account and pay Kyansky. And the real cool part comes from if Sal owes Kyansky money and Kyansky owes Misha money, then Sal can actually skip Kyansky and go directly to Misha. And this will help you build up actually a decentralized credit score, because you can actually see how much outstanding debt there is in the system, and you can see the repayment history, and you can choose whether you want to extend a line of credit to someone else based on their previous repayments. And then finally, like multi-currency resolutions, if you do want to settle transactions immediately, you could also set like a debt ceiling, but you can settle in any currency, which allows internationals to use it. So who are our competition, and why are we building this? Well, all the Web 2 apps are controlled by big corporations and can be shut down anytime. And then you lose all your data, and or your payments may be halted by the government. For example, with Venmo, I've had some payments halted because I've used invalid words, or I've said North Korea in some of my payments, and they don't like that. And so,
why would you do that,
bro? I'll have to show you the email. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so. These are our competitions. We got Splitwise, which is like the real competition here, but like Cash App and Venmo, we would actually be able to act as an extension to their apps, because we would allow for groups of people to be made. And the ideally we'd be able to have a Venmo and Cash App account connected to this, but it's for future. And I guess what I didn't super elaborate on is the personalized debit cards. So for each one of your groups, you can have a debit card that you can add to Apple Pay, and that'll allow you to really easily track and split your expenses with your group. We don't have to really look at this, but I threw this idea into a AI UI UX generator, and it came up with this. So you can see over here, we have our shared accounts, and like they're kind of represented as credit cards. You can see the group's balance, your recent payments, transactions, whatever. And then there's like the little app store. So, I mean, a lot of these examples are really dumb, but you can see like you could install the accountability app on your group, and you can hold your group accountable for their gym, or you can. Yeah, okay, I didn't edit any of these strings, but you get the gist. Or you could set like a savings goal. Say that you're trying to raise money for an event for your Boy Scout troop. You want to raise money to go rock climbing. Then you can set like a goal for your group, and it would be like a shared fundraising thing. And so yeah, that's Sharcc. So, yep, thanks.